Penguin on Vacation by Salina Yoon. I need a vacation, Penguin sighed. Snow again. Penguin had skied and skated on vacation before and sledded. He wanted to go someplace different. 99 balls of snow on the ground. He wanted to go someplace tropical. That's it. I'll go on a vacation to the beach, thought Penguin. Penguin packed his bag and headed north. Goodbye, Grandpa. So there's his grandpa, and there goes Penguin on an iceberg. The waves swelled bigger and bigger. The sun shone hotter and hotter. Look what's happening to his patch of ice that he's floating on. It's getting smaller and smaller. Finally, Penguin reached the beach. Here he is. It wasn't what Penguin expected. Ow, ow. The beach was nothing like his icy home. So here he's standing on a shell, and here he's got a coconut dropping on his head. Penguin learned some things. You can't ski on sand. You can't sled on sand. And you definitely can't skate on sand. Are you lost? Asked Crab. No, I'm on vacation, said Penguin. Then come with me, said Crab. Crab showed Penguin how to have fun on the beach. Penguin and Crab played and played. So now they're playing ball. They're climbing the palm tree to get the coconuts. And here they're riding on a branch trying to surf. And here they made a sandcastle. And played. And Crab buried Penguin in the sand. Penguin loved his new friend. So here they are having a drink and a coconut, laying on the beach. But all vacations come to an end. It was time for Penguin to go home. The journey was long and quiet, but suddenly something moved in the water. Crab, what are you doing here? I need a vacation too, said Crab. Penguin and Crab finally reached the shore. So there's their floating luggage. There's them swimming. And they swam and they swam. They whooshed and they pushed. So there they're sledding, they're building snowmans. They fished and they wished. They're catching fish to eat. But all vacations come to an end. Goodbye, Crab. Crab set off for home and left behind. So there's Crab. The sound of the beach. So there's Penguin thinking about the beach that he was at. I shall return, wrote Crab. So Penguin waited. So on a shell he wrote, I shall return. So there's the penguins, and they're waiting through all the seasons. So there's winter, and it's warming up. That must be summer in the Arctic. And one day, Crab did. So there's Crab, now he's back. Now they're making ice castles instead of sand castles. All right, so we are going to make our own Penguin and Crab. So that's what they're going to look like. And we're going to start with our penguin. So the first thing you need to do is draw 2 circles on some black paper. So I just took a small plate and traced it. You can take whatever you have at home, so a can or a plate or something like that, and do your 2 circles. And on one of the circles, you need to draw some sort of curved triangles that are going to be Penguin's arms. and his wings. So we're going to cut those out. There's that. And then your second one is going to be for his head. So just cut that one out. So there's your two parts. And then I'm just going to go ahead and glue this one back behind the one with the arms on it. Going to tuck that on there. I'm going to tuck it behind a little bit. And then the next step is to add some cotton balls for the center of him. So it's going to look like his white patch that he has, his head and his belly. So I'm going to go ahead and get some glue out here. And then I'm just going to spread that around. I'm gonna take the cotton ball and just rub a little glue on it and start building the shape that we need. So if you look at my example, we kind of have a bit of a circle on the top and then the seam on the bottom. So it's up to you. If you want to pull the cotton balls apart a little bit, you can to kind of fluff them up. So I'm just going to dip them in the glue that we have and get some glue on each one. And I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. So they don't need a lot of glue on them. They become quite sticky with just a little bit of glue. So you can kind of just use the glue that you have. If you want to fluff those apart, kind of covers a bit of a bigger area. Okay, so when you're happy with the shape that you have, you can move on to the next step. So there we go, we kind of have two circles on each part of him. And then the next step that we're going to do is just use a piece of our scrap paper from our black. And we're going to make some eyes. So you just need two pieces. Just lay them on top of each other so you get two cut out the same. And then just use your scissors and cut like an oval. So there's two eyes. So we'll just tack those on. Okay. Just going to adjust some of my pieces to fill in some of my empty spaces. All right. Then my next step is going to be to add a nose. So we just need a triangle. So you can just take a piece of orange paper and cut a triangle. And I'm going to use that for his little beak. I'm just going to tack that on. And then the last step for him is his feet. So you're using your orange paper again. And I'll just take a piece, and it just has the 3 bumps at the bottom to sort of shape his foot that he has. So I'm just going to draw out a shape there. And I'm going to cut that. So if you fold your paper over again, you can cut 2 at once. So you get feet that are similar in shape. I'm going to cut those off. So here's my 2 pieces of paper. And then I'm just going to go around and cut all right, so there's my feet. And then I just need to put a bit of glue on those, and I will slip those under the bottom for his feet. So that's our finished penguin when it's all dry. And then to make his friend, the crab, I have a red piece of paper, and all I did was trace another plate. So you can go ahead and do that. So I'm cutting out another circle. And then I'm going to fold that in half. So that's just going to give our crab a little bit more strength. He's going to be a little stronger and a little more rigid if we have the paper folded in half. Then you can just do your tracing. You don't have to worry about trying to draw a half circle. You can just trace a circle. So there's your half circle. And then to make his little pinchers, you're just going to use a piece of scrap paper. You're going to cut out 2 pieces. So just cutting out kind of like 2 triangles on the paper. So he's got the little claw on the end of his Alright, so there's 2 pieces with a little pointed claw on the end. So they're kind of just like triangles. If you're not sure how to make them, I just kind of cut them in like a softer curved space. So I'm just going to glue those on. So there is the start. And then just to finish that up, I'm just going to use some white paper, or whatever you have for white scrap paper. And I need to cut 2 circles. So put 2 papers on top of each other again. So you get 2 circles the same. And I'm going to glue those on for his eyes. So we've got his body and his pinchers. Now we need to add his eyes. And then lastly, we're just going to use our marker. And we're going to make the center of his eyes. So you can go ahead and do that. And then I'm just going to give him a little bit of a mouth. So whatever shape you would want his mouth to be. And I like his eyes to be a little closer together. So I'm just going to move those together. So these are 2 friends that went on vacation together.